an angelfish fight. No, I had to go and break up the fight, didn't you? Couldn't let them blue. Now, considering the amount of food left in this aquarium, I am very happy with the test results. Basically, there is a tiny bit of ammonia, a tiny bit of nitrite, a tiny bit of nitrate, nice high pH, a KH of about 6, and a GH of near 0. So the only thing I'm worried about is irrelevant to the overfeeding, which is a GH of near 0. So I'm going to add a nice quantity of GH salts today to raise the GH, and other than that, everything's going surprisingly well. And the fish look surprisingly good considering that it's overfed. Overfeeding can be a massive problem. We need to cut down the food now, otherwise problems are inevitable. Now, on a semi-regular basis, you need to take your pump apart and give it a clean. Otherwise you get crap in the impeller and that will stop it from running. Now, in a normal aquarium, that's not a real big issue, but in a tank as big as this, it means going for a swim. A couple of angelfish fighting for dominance. It's very common for these fights to occur. Last a few days until they sort out who's who. And normally they get along okay, particularly if there's heaps of room for them. So here's the little crossbred cichlid that Bob Hawke bred, who's settling in very well and trying to breed with one of the inhabitants already. What he's doing now is trying to lure this female, who's likely also another crossbred fish, probably bred in this tank. One of the disadvantages of large tanks full of cichlids is they end up becoming crossbred. So you end up with a whole bunch of very average looking fish in general. This one's quite beautiful though. The dog just dropped the ball in there.
Dog.
Dog. Fetch, Josh. Dog's playing fetch with you. This hose is swimming around the fish tank like an eel. Putting the impeller back in now after he's cleaned out the housing. I'm going to hope for the best. Because replacing these pumps is a real pain in the neck because the electrical goes through the wall, making it very difficult.
They're all in one spot, ready to be pulled out or to be repaired, whatever.
Cool. This Jack Dempsey's unreal. It's funny how this Jack Dempsey and this Oscar have grown up together, and now that they've been set free into this massive aquarium, they're still hanging out together. So clearly demonstrating that they recognise and know each other and familiar with each other. driving off newcomers, setting new hierarchies. Never gets boring putting new fish in a tank. Now we just give this tank some time to settle. It'll look awesome. Everybody's settling in.